Hi, my name is Debby Alter. I'm the Director of Immigrant and Refugee Services at Jewish Family and Vocational Service in Middlesex County. My office is located in Milltown, New Jersey, and I'm here tonight to talk to you about citizenship and all the changes that have come about in citizenship. There are new fees, there's a new test, and I would like to help you prepare for the test as well. I would like to thank the Edison Public Library and particularly the North Edison branch for hosting us this evening and allowing us the opportunity to provide citizenship information to you. I would like to go over the process of applying for citizenship, who is eligible to apply, how to apply, the application itself, how to prepare for the test, and what to expect at the interview. So let's begin. So we're going to talk about who is eligible for citizenship. In order to be eligible for citizenship, you must be at least 18 years old. Anyone under 18 is not eligible. If you are a child and your parent becomes a citizen and you are under 18, once your citizen parent becomes a citizen and receives a certificate of citizenship, they can take their minor child to the passport office with their birth certificate and the other parent, if they're present, and apply for a U.S. passport for that child. They do not have to apply for a certificate of citizenship on their own. This is only if your child is under 18 when the adult parent becomes a citizen. Once a child becomes 18 years old, if they've received a U.S. passport before they turned 18, that's good forever. So you never have to apply for them again. Once you receive a U.S. passport, they can't take that away from you. Which is why I really believe that if you are eligible for citizenship, I would encourage everyone to apply if you are a green card holder for 4 years and 9 months, you are eligible to apply for citizenship. So you can check your green card and see the date that you became a permanent resident. And from there, you count 4 years and 9 months, not even 1 day before, not even 92 days before the 90 days, because then USCIS, also known as INS, will take your application, process it, and then when you get to the interview, they'll deny you because you applied too early. Many people are overzealous and they say, well, before the 4 years and 9 months, I'm going to apply because I want to get in early. The INS will deny your application. So you must wait 4 years and 9 months from the date that you became a permanent resident unless you are married to a United States citizen. If you're married to a United States citizen, then you wait 2 years and 9 months. They say 3 years, but it's after 2 years and 9 months. You may apply as long as you have been married for 3 years and your spouse has been a citizen for 3 years. So again, if anyone has any questions with applying for naturalization, please feel free to call me. My name is Debby Alter. My phone number is 732-777-1940. If you have any immigration question, please feel free to call me. I'll be happy to answer your call, or you can come and see me if we can't resolve your issue over the phone. But that's the reason why I'm here. So you must be 18 years old. You must be a permanent resident, that is, have a green card for 4 years and 9 months if you're not applying based on marriage. And you need to show that you have good moral character. That means that you have not been arrested, although I will tell you that in some cases, some arrests or some citations, if you were issued a traffic ticket, that doesn't count, but some citations are permitted if you still would like to apply for citizenship. So anyone who has any history of any arrest or any issue with the police whatsoever, please consult an immigration attorney or an accredited representative like myself to just make sure that you are eligible, because you don't want to apply and waste your time and money and then find out when you get to the interview that you weren't eligible. All right? Good moral character also means that you pay your taxes on time. You don't have any issue outstanding if you owe alimony, that you pay that on time, and that you're basically a good citizen. And when we go over the application for naturalization, we'll review how the INS defines good moral character. In addition to these laws, you must be living in the jurisdiction, in the area where you are applying for at least 3 months. For example, if you move to Edison, New Jersey, and you've been here for a month, but you came from South Carolina, you have to wait till you live in Edison for at least 3 months or 90 days because you want to be seen at the Newark Service Center. So you must live in that area. If you lived in another area in New Jersey which is close to Edison, if you lived in Metuchen, then that would be all right because you would still be seen at the Newark Service Center. But if you've lived outside this area, then you must live here for 90 days. Most importantly, you need to be able to speak and understand English, and you will be tested on your ability to understand U.S. history and civics. And we're going to go over how best to prepare for that citizenship interview. Because you've waited a long time, we want to ensure that you do pass the exam when you get there. In addition to this, you must prove that you have continuous residence. And this is where a lot of people have issues because they travel outside the country. And travel outside the country is definitely permitted, but you cannot be out more than half the time that you're here. In other words, you cannot be out more than 2.5 years. So you have to be present in the United States at least half the time. And if you want to leave the country, you cannot leave for more than 6 months at a time. They will not take away your green card when you re-enter, but if you want to apply for citizenship, you need to wait 4 years and 1 day from the day that you return to the United States. So I would advise anyone who is traveling, please do not be out more than a year because when you return, they can take away your green card. And if you've gone for more than 6 months, you need to have a very good reason for being out that long. Maybe the INS officer will realize that you had an extenuating circumstance for being out that long. But if you just traveled for more than 6 months, then you need to wait 4 years and 1 day from the date that you return to be eligible for citizenship. If you are 50 years old and you've been in this country for 20 years as a permanent resident, then you do not have to take the test in English. You can study for the test in your native language. Again, 50 years old and 20 years permanent resident, you do not have to understand English. You can bring a translator with you to the interview, but you will be tested in your native language. Also, if you are 55 years and lived here for 15 years as a permanent resident, then you also can take the test in your native language. So for people who've had a really tough time learning English and they're 55 or 50 years old, and they're almost close to living here this long, they can wait those few years and take the test in their own language. I see that this is making you happy. You can take the test in your own language. The application for citizenship is Form N-400. That is the application for citizenship. And you obtain it by visiting the INS website, which is a very good website, www.uscis.gov. You can download all of the immigration forms, and it gives you a lot of information about how to apply and the instructions for applying on this website. Simply go to the website and download Form N-400. So uscis.gov, click on Forms, scroll down to Form N-400, and then I would save it to my documents and then type from there, because this way you can save the document and work on it. If you just work on it from the INS website, you will not be allowed to save it. All right? So you're going to apply by filling out Form N-400. You're going to submit Form N-400 with 2 passport-style pictures. You're going to write your name and your alien number on the back of both photos. Make sure they are passport size. 2 photos, write your name and A number on the back. In addition to the N-400 and the photos, you need to make a copy of your green card, the front and the back, and include it as well. I know when you were applying for your green cards, you needed birth certificates and marriage certificates. This is really about proving that you are eligible for citizenship, so they're not asking about your birth certificate. They're really just asking you to prove that you are eligible at the time that you apply. So the N-400, 2 photos, a copy of the green card front and back, and a check or money order. It can be a personal check made out to U.S. Department of Homeland Security. And the fees just went up but only by $5 for the naturalization application. The INS has recently updated all of their fees, and I have given you a fee schedule for all the new fees. They've increased their fingerprint fee from $80 to $85, and that's why this fee has gone up, but only by $5. So the fee for applying is $680. If you are 65 years old or older, it's $595 because you don't have to take fingerprints. So it's the $85 fingerprint fee. It's $680. It is a lot of money, and that's why my job is to ensure that all of you are eligible when you apply, because I would not want you to apply and not be prepared and then lose the $680. And it probably will go up again next year. And that's why I encourage everyone, if you're eligible, apply now, because these fees are always going up. Okay? So it's the N400, 2 photos, copy of green card front and back, and a check or money order made out to U.S. Department of Homeland Security for $680. Again, all of this information is available on the INS website, www.uscis.gov. If you would like to call them, if you have a question, you can call them. I find that they are friendly over the phone and they will try to assist you. They are limited with what they can help you with, but you're welcome to try. It's 1-800-375-5283. That's USCIS's 800 number. I think what I would like to do now is go over the N400, the citizenship application. So I think it's best, if you have any questions while we're reviewing it, just raise your hand or just call out, let me know what your question is. But I want you to understand what they're asking you and what they're looking for in your response. If you fill it out on your computer, once you type in your A number in the corner, it will automatically follow and put it on every single paper after that. So you only need to enter it once if you're typing it. You are welcome to write this by hand, but it must be legible in blue or black ink, or you may type it, but it's perfectly okay to handwrite it. So the first question they're asking you already has debate. What is your current legal name? Because I know that many people from other countries have many names, and they don't know which one they're asking for. The INS considers your legal name the name that is on your birth certificate, unless you're married. Family name.
Is the last name?
Family name is the last name. All right? But it is going to coincide with what is on your birth certificate unless you change your name through marriage. Part B is asking your name exactly as it appears on your permanent resident card. So you're going to copy your permanent resident card. Even if your permanent resident card contains an error, you're going to copy it exactly as it is. If it just has the first initial of your middle name on your green card, just insert that in Part B. Part C asks if you've ever used any other names. So whatever name you had before you got married, or if you used another name with a different spelling in your home country, that's where you would put that name. Maiden name, any names used by you. And again, if you have any questions while you're completing this, or you would like me to review it, I'm happy to review it with you. My office has a service where we complete applications for people. Or if you fill it out and you just want someone to review it and attach a notice of representation, we're happy to do that as well. This way, my office gets a copy of whatever notice you receive, your receipt, your fingerprints, your interview notice, and we call you to make sure that you receive that notice. This way, it's protection for you to make sure all notices are received, because INS does not forward the mail. If your mail comes to your home and for some reason it's not delivered, they will not forward it to a forwarding address. So that's why sometimes it's better just to have another person be on the list of people that will receive information for you.